All right, y'all. Today we're doing an oil change on the X3. So you can see we got our oil over here. Personally, I go with 020, not fully tuned yet. Also go with liquid moly. Liquid moly's the shit. I feel like that runs very smooth in the vehicle. So I got a Gen 2 B58 to get to the oil filter. That's pretty simple. So it's just back here under these cords. You can see it right there. So that's this guy right here. So me personally, I take this out the way. So you just pull these little tabs back. So that's one, there's two. Get that harness out of the way. Just kind of tuck it in over here as best as you can. And then you can get a little bit more access to that guy right there. For tools, I've got my little snap-on ratchet. Got a little extension, a little wobble. And then this is a 32 mil socket. So obviously you just go in here, put that guy on. So I always like to just crack it a little bit. That way everything kind of drains down. Obviously take off your oil cap and then kind of go from there. So as for underneath the vehicle, basically what you gotta do to get to the drain plug is there's always gonna be this guy right here. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Obviously take that guy off. There's your drain plug right there. 17 millimeter. Nice, easy, simple. Right, now that everything is fully drained, always change your washer. So the oil change kit that I usually get always comes with a new one. Just make sure you always change that guy out just in case. It's always good practice to do it the right way. Get your handy dandy brake clean. Not everybody's got this exact way that I have it, but you could always buy the canned version. Works just as well. Always clean the area, obviously. That way there's no leaks. Everything's looking good. And of course, tighten that guy up. I don't torque it just because I know once it stops turning, you stop turning. So there we go. Perfect. Do a double take with the rag just to make sure everything's nice and dry. So I always like to put a rag in there just to catch a little bit of residual oil. Obviously take this guy out. I always have another rag in hand just in case. So that usually doesn't happen, but that makes it a little bit easier. So just pull this guy out, let it drain a little bit, and then catch it. So I always get a little pick, take out this guy from right here. That's the gasket. Put the new gasket on. And I'll always grab a little bit of this old oil, kind of lube it up a little bit. So I always like to put the oil filter in first. When you hear that click, it's ready to go on. So here's that guy. Always give it a few hand tightens first. Get our tool and then start throwing that bad boy on. And then obviously last step, put it in your oil. I always put a little funnel just in case. And boom. Give her that good sauce. She likes that shit. So very, very last thing you need to do, obviously, is reset your maintenance reminder. So hit that guy 3 times, and then BC button over there. So it tells you you're in diagnostic mode. You hold the DC button. Gotta hold it for like 10, 30 seconds, something like that. You'll see reset pausable after a while, so you'll hold down the DC or BC button again. Again, it's like 15-30 seconds. So then it'll say reset. You hold that down again, and you'll see eventually it'll start doing a little animation telling you that it's being reset. There you go. Just keep holding it down. Reset successful. Boom. Money, baby.